say a case betimi achichere oman amana ye ya, we need very honest people who are very candid to issues. Na that fairness no and a betimi aboa na that honesty no and a betimi achichere oman. I was very surprised when I heard say Ghana Bar Association, I shall say, issue statement concerning this. Because we've been in this country for the past 8 years. And near my will be a number of instances everybody became aware say your judiciary was getting compromised. To the extent say individuals the issue court a bit me atwama asem no na impact and sign na yakotena say the who ruling aba. And Nema akoso back and forth. Panya not the executive, first one, all 100 individuals out of their position. Dominivo, you go through several other individuals. But this association was so quiet to the extent say some of us thought they never even exist. All of a sudden, government has changed and then they found their voice. It's good. Maybe in a democracy, we need the institutions to be very vocal, very participative. But you see, when you do some of these things, you bring your credibility on the line. It's the reason why some people have suddenly questioning the moral, your friend is saying, we are the Ghana Bar Association at this time to be jumping into the fray all of a sudden defending what is going on. In the first place, petitioner air cost. Nobody, including the MPP and your friends saying GBA, has been able to prove with a single evidence indeed the President Mahama Aye so far is in direct contravention with existing laws of engagement. None, not even one. Namum, or more country say he should call the Chief Justice back. Now, the question is that discretion rested with the President. If you go to the Constitution, now a case, see it me establish merit in the case every now say committee tenase na oyena juma at that point the president may that is a constitutional discretion that is imposed on the president to exercise that power enya Ghana Bar Association there enya political party be there even NDC as a political party no okura ban no enya ne there that decision solely rests on the president to make that discretion. The president sat down and says, the woman should sit aside. And all of a sudden, there is this strengthened advocacy calling on the president or on bringing it back. So even if the president resigned on that decision of woman the number back, you could see, as we name the oil. And now you to the mechanism because it was out of nothing and a president cast on control. This is a woman who is responding to 3 separate petitions. You need time to go out there and have time to respond. But all of a sudden, the whole thing has been turned into some kind of a political football. In the first place, petition and people know where it is coming from. The first one they was brought forward by a police officer, our ACP.
I see.
On an issue no started with Takrade. Okoto land from your friend is saying Netherlands maybe ho. Netherlands ne girlfriend or Ghana ha forge documents. Enya the power of attorney from that Brunino and okoton assassin a beachfront or second D. And odema police officer no. And a police officer no toy. But later sa asem no call court no na documents near fraud and police no anya due diligence and ba no agini sika. So which means that the property you cannot own it. Asem no call second D high court or mudi we and ba Supreme Court. Supreme Court bench no so and a police officer your lawyer only Chief Justice Benya that encounter
okay
ye di asem no gu so no or say after ruling no Chief Justice catch and say you incompetent e kan kasafin na se for kire no
oh really
oh yes e wo bench no catch and say mosora mu nim hwe your friend say police senior police officer what asem oba court or you need to just some no can according to the petitioner no was very disparaging and na all responded say or disagree with Chief Justice some no can kire no and I'm going to say yancheno because we're disrespecting him. And this police officer was arrested and he was detained. So clearly, JB, issue way now a chop petition that come president a hefa and I politically motivated. A hefa na John Mahama Gina say your friend is saying or no ne show be achi. Because this is a personal beef between Obia what you sue court and the Chief Justice.
Yeah.
And asem no guswa air koso. Asem no court or the court right. Am I honsam crossan way? So issue are appended for several times. And or they are true in the form of a petition or they are president. At the end of the day, Council of State clothed with those power to ensure that they establish merit or not. JB, ma mem panimfo ne lawyers in panimfo Oko Council of State here, who is Madam Sofia Kufu Tisubi?
Yes, or Tisubi.
Who is Akotobamfo, Tisubi, former retired chief way. Who is your friend say Madam Betimo Idrusu, or a former Attorney General. These are legal brains. I know the day or more scrutinize the petition who said there is substance in it and that the president should proceed not on setting up a committee. And the in China, now you have issues with it. The question is based on what? As a foreign MP, they didn't ask for no more. The question is, a dear baby in a swore, and a mujina swaka say, Quaya Mahama Fasa all year, Juman Watomra A, B, C, D, and T. There is no basis. So for me, so all these are petty partisan issues. No serious mind will avail anything to it. Maybe the say, Yebi, the course within our judiciary, no, a certain chief justice. A such any individual. It is about the sanctity and the credibility of our judiciary, and that we must do everything to protect its integrity. Since I'm not say how many Ghanaians and what trust in judiciary? It's none. Now, no, small set research on what the buy. You saw the outcome. Yes, in a democracy, my culture said the most important thing has to do with the trust and confidence citizens repose in the state institution. Because I would need trust our state institution. You will never use that institution. So if we've gotten to a point in time where Ghana for Dodona and J-Court to need, I know that it threatens our very cohesion, it threatens our existence, and it threatens the foundations of our democracy as well. So, Senka Yakrani Yobi Asabi. Yadjin Jumana Sa Mora and actors in the Juma. When you see those signs, you don't even fight it, you resign and go home. But who year Juma Mo Onia for see Pel. Over TV, so Omo say one artist what is the point you sitting here? What has happened? Because you are not working for yourself. You are working for the people. Now people are rebelling against you based on legitimate concerns or more. As a reasonable person, you bow out and go. But in our situation, that is not the case.
So my main kind of essence of the Ghana Bar Association for Kratomochro and the Koye. Our paragraph 2 of the petition and I said Kratomochro, you know. I said per the Constitution, Code of Ethics and Regulations of the GBA. The GBA concerns itself with the matters affecting the legal profession, which includes, but not limited to, defending and upholding freedom and justice in Ghana, and maintaining the maintenance of independence of the judiciary. Now, I say, as of 27th March 2025, when the General Council of the GBA met, 3 petitions had been submitted for the removal of the Chief Justice, and 2 cases had been instituted at the Supreme Court challenging the procedure that had been triggered for the removal of the Chief Justice, with subsequent application for injunction of the said processes. The GBA is mindful of the provisions of Article 246, Clause 6 and 7 of our 1992 Constitution, which detail the processes of the removal of the Chief Justice by providing the following. A. A. Where the petition is for the removal of the Chief Justice, the President shall, acting in the Constitution with the Council of State, appoint a committee consisting of 2 justices of the Supreme Court, one of whom shall be appointed by the chairman by the President, and 3 other persons who are not members of the Council of State, nor members of Parliament, nor lawyers. The committee appointed under Clause 6 of this article shall inquire into the petition and recommend to the President whether the Chief Justice ought to be removed from office.
Yes.
We're just an asset of the more, you know. So I think this is the most important.
Yes. So have there been, nobody has been able to establish as we speak.
Yeah.
Said there has been any controversy, any your friend saying Obi exactly.
Yeah.
Like processes in our names were all corner, were form and answer on form for you to activate your voice. You understand that? So I dare say President Mahama has circumvented any of the laid down procedures. Not all the JB, we some of us will not come and sit here and say the process should go through. But as it stands now, so all concerns those concerns must be premised on legitimate grounds. are grounded in law, grounded in fact. So when you're speaking, Sanka John Mahama appointed Obia or yet judge. One far judge, no, I cover NDC Nimum now, but now we know so that is a legitimate concern. But as we stand, none of the provisions as outlined in the Constitution, you know, and a president abuse any of them. So at the end of the day, and I want to talk about petition. This is not the first time a president is receiving a petition and removing a judge.
Yeah, that's true.
Mamen Kayo announce at the petition, a command, your friend is saying, President Akufo-Addo, Abra Ibinu Kwaje Mponche na sefono. Abra committee no set it up where merit in the case, our premier facia was established. You know. President Akufo-Addo suspended 4 judges, including Justice Derry. At that time, no issue no munya nwe. Isn't not the same thing here? So at the end of the day, Abra committee ni we na adwuma no, the 4 judges were dismissed by President Akufo-Addo. It's on record. And again, say Nkrofo yo mo na mo mudi nsemu nu ye dede. Asefuane ni Nkrofo yi. Ase wenye se binsi wo krom hada o. Let me take you back to 2015. Maame bi na friend Loretta Lamte. Na ona na oye Shraj boss e wo krom President Mills e na appointed no. E na ayi friend saying another pray. E throw petition the former President Mahama say maame na disika okube kaya story bi ba say wa tu afiri ni fia ko han dan wo airport way enti that particular issue when it came another throw petition the former President Mahama say maame no onyina di enye ono nko a ye fra brand table Richard Nuama or MPP ni ono nso throw the same petition the former President Mahama. The woman was appointed by Professor Mills under NDC administration. John Mahama J petition or set it up because their powers is equal to be our high court way.
Yeah, sure.
President Mahama has set a committee. All the investigation, you know, we man conclude say, Mama no unpack wa from the same President Mahama, yeah, no more accusing sack the woman. It's on record. So and you okay, but you obi dia. That is the attitude I hate when you think you are better than Obi. So when I wear there, that is okay, but and you Obi na there.
But the petition against this Chief Justice, no, say I'm under NDC time.
The waiver.
Chief Justice we are.
This one.
Yes.
Oh, about recently, yeah.
Akufo-Addo time say be by.
Exactly.
For
the petition in there has been coming, and Akufo-Addo received the same petition, consulted the Council of State, and then asked for ruling no by no. Or say merit no boku here. At that time, nobody took the president on because we him say a legitimate way all play. So and Americans say all these things, you know. The MPP is a party that is clutching at straws. And for me, I think Zenka election no more losing. They need to sit down, just put pieces together because as we stand now, no, there is a bridge between you and the people of this country because of Nsemhuna Akoso Okroma. Yeah, be a for you. Could you imagine, say?
No,
Mahusa. Nema Akoso Okroma, Emma Ghana for that bridge, you know, Aircoso, and ya the Katua. Now, no, Madam Hanabisi Ukoye interview, and on that all kind about mineral development fund. Do you know, say? Kwabrane etimi ede eko hanye dan cubicle etua 12 years in advance in dollars ewo kroma etua 12 years in advance sikani nyina 1.4 million dollars dan bank office bank na wo pese wusi wo kroma wuntimi fa $1 million ensi wo kroma say by these people rented it out to Obi eko ji hu sika etua ni nyina nti wo ya ban na wo ba there is nothing that you can do. So these are concerns are Ghana forward and I'm small mokoto aba. And you know, so Babontia can sema. Make sure say and some now can say binyansa woma you have some people and their cause they rendered as some political parties on by demonstration. Adianchi and a goom issue statement say and they say oh Obiama on amande and then who's a PPP for issue statement. I'm also munim hoshe. So clearly you could see say this is a sinking party. Sabi or they're just trying to clutch at straws and some na ekoso no say President Mahama afuma momfamra nyina you will discuss it but as it stands in the maybe I think say the fact that Ghana for any GD were judiciary no enough for us to prune the institution because we want to be international man for use the judiciary as a tool a political tool yeah the cow man for ADCC a man for and a classic case has to do with the Domolivo case issue aba Nipan is challenging the constitutionality of Adia president here. Yet na say my papa no call retirement and son na mami free asem no. Na abro ni be ye we no hefa. What I say, unfortunately for her, the same person is also sitting on the committee today.
Yeah.
So we back quarterly, no so much. And like I said, Bra Papa and the one. So I think that Ghana force should not fall for this nonsense that is in play. We want institutions to be sanitized. Resetting institution, will come with some of these things, and I can sit here and promise you, sir, it's not just going to be the Chief Justice. Trust me.
Yeah.
Any institution be a filthy.
Are you targeting the EC?
I'm saying, sir, any institution be a filthy be and will be cleansed. Sir, because the president has a mandate.
Yeah.
That mandate is sacred, and he cannot afford to fail the people of this country. John Mahama had just 4 years. The name he will leave after will depend on things that he does. I think that all that he can do is to save the sanctity and the integrity of state institution. Now, about good hands, Ghana for once again have trust and confidence in state institutions.
All right.